5 red flags your brain isn't getting enough blood. Ever had one of those moments? You're deep into your favorite show, the room's quiet, popcorn in hand, then out of nowhere, the right side of the screen just disappears. Like someone pulled down a gray curtain. 30 seconds later, it snaps back. You shrug it off, maybe blame eye strain, but that fleeting blackout could actually be your brain screaming for help. I'm choking. Today we're diving into 5 crucial red flags that signal blood is struggling to reach your brain, and why even a symptom that vanishes in under a minute demands your immediate attention. Why blood flow matters in 60 seconds. Your brain cells are incredibly demanding. They don't just sip oxygen, they guzzle it 24/7, cut off their supply, even for a moment, and they start protesting, fast. In fact, some brain cells can begin dying in as little as 60 seconds without oxygen. A mini blockage, what doctors call a transient ischemic attack, can temporarily hijack your vision, speech, or balance, then seemingly vanish. But don't be fooled by its fleeting nature. Think of it as a serious warning shot. Why? Because nearly 1 in 5 people who experience a TIA will suffer a full, disabling stroke within 90 days, and half of those strokes strike within just 2 days of the TIA. Catching these signs early isn't just smart, it buys you precious time to protect the 86 billion neurons you'd definitely rather keep. Red flag number 1, one-sided vision loss. Remember that gray curtain or blurry patch, maybe even a total blackout in just one eye? It's painless, temporary, and utterly unnerving once you understand its implications. This isn't just eye strain. It could mean a tiny clot just briefly blocked an artery feeding your retina, or even a part of your brain responsible for processing vision. Even if it clears completely, this sudden monocular change demands an urgent neurologic check. Note the exact time it happened. That detail is incredibly important for doctors. Red flag number 2, lightning-quick dizziness. We've all stood up too fast and felt a little woozy, right? But this is different. This is a sudden, intense, room-spinning vertigo that hits you like a freight train, lasts seconds to minutes, then calms down. You feel a profound sense of disequilibrium, like the world just tilted on its axis. Often, this signals that your hindbrain, the balance control room, isn't getting enough blood flow. If that spinning sensation is paired with ringing ears, nausea, or trouble swallowing, you might be looking at something called vertebro-basilar insufficiency. Don't wait for the room to spin again. Get it checked out. Red flag number 3, word salad or slurred speech. Imagine this. You know exactly what you want to say, but when you open your mouth, the words tumble out jumbled, nonsensical, or your tongue feels thick and uncooperative, like you've had a few too many. If someone asks, "Are you drunk?" and you haven't touched a drop, your brain, not the bar, is the problem. These transient speech glitches or sudden difficulty understanding others are classic TIA symptoms and should land you in the ER, not back on the sofa. Red flag number 4, sudden clumsy hand or foot. One moment you're effortlessly buttoning your shirt, the next your right hand simply won't cooperate. Or maybe your foot starts dragging like the floor turned to glue, or one side of your face suddenly droops. This sudden weakness, numbness, or tingling on one side of your body, even if it resolves in minutes, is your body shouting, "Blockage, moving." While your strength might return, the clock for preventing a potentially much bigger, more devastating event is still ticking. Red flag number 5, thunderclap headache. This isn't your average headache. This is the worst headache of your entire life, hitting its peak intensity within seconds, with no warning, no history of migraines. Some people describe it as being hit with a bat. It can be so severe you might vomit, see double, or even pass out. Causes can range from dangerous vessel spasms to small bleeds, all starving tissues downstream. If you experience this kind of explosive, sudden pain, don't waste time on Google. Call 911 immediately. Quick recap. So let's just recap, shall we? A sudden vision curtain, a spinning room, garbled words, wobbly limbs, or an explosive headache. Any one of these is your brain flashing a bright, urgent red. Seriously, pause this video, share it with someone you care about, and then let's talk about what to do next. What to do in the next 5 minutes.
First things first, check the clock. If any of these symptoms are happening right now or just happened, dial emergency services immediately. Don't drive yourself and don't ask a friend to. Paramedics can start monitoring your vitals and speed up the process, getting you to the right place faster. Doctors have incredibly tight windows to dissolve or remove dangerous clots, often just a few hours. When help arrives, be ready to tell them exactly when the symptoms started, what they felt like, and any medications you're taking. These details are critical, and literally, treatment decisions hinge on them. Prevention you can start tonight. The good news is you have a lot of power to protect your brain's blood flow. Manage your blood pressure. Keeping your blood pressure under 120/80 can dramatically reduce your stroke risk, sometimes by half. It's the single most important risk factor you can control. Snack smart. Swap that processed snack for a handful of walnuts. These brain-friendly nuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants, which are fantastic for overall vessel health. Move more. Aim for short bursts of activity. Even 10 minutes of brisk walking after each meal can enhance circulation and improve blood flow, supporting healthier arteries. Prioritize sleep. Don't skimp on shut-eye. Aim for 7 hours of quality sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to cardiovascular issues and can negatively impact your vascular health. Ditch the sugary drinks, those stealth sugar bombs like soda. Regular consumption, even just 1 can a day, can significantly increase your stroke risk, sometimes by over 20%. Opt for water instead. These small, repeated wins add up, keeping your arteries flexible and preventing clots from camping out in your bloodstream. When to press the panic button. Please call for help even if symptoms vanish like smoke. That's the deceptive nature of a TIA. It's a temporary blockage, but a profound warning. Ignoring a TIA is like ignoring a smoke alarm because the fire went out on its own. Nearly half of people who brush off TIAs suffer a disabling stroke within days or weeks. A little embarrassment from a false alarm is always better than a wheelchair you can't give back. Trust your gut. When in doubt, get it checked out. Help the algorithm save brains. If you learned one new sign today, do us all a favor. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this information is valuable, and it'll show this video to someone else who might desperately need to hear it. Drop a comment below with the symptom that surprised you most, and subscribe for weekly doctor-reviewed tips that fit perfectly between your Netflix episodes. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.